It's time to go, Bella informed Prince Grayson. It is only 5:30, he complained, not entirely ready to meet the Princess of Valerian. He took one last look in the mirror before stepping out of his chambers into the hallway. Romid and Eleaster stood waiting with Bella. "My, don't you two look like the essence of style," he said, pleased with the suits they had chosen to wear. "Are you ready?" Bella asked impatiently, ignoring the comments of the two men responding to Prince Grayson's remark about their appearance. Prince Grayson raised his eyebrows. "Yes," he replied, wondering why she was in such a hurry to get them to the ballroom. Without another word and in a very brisk businesslike manner, she escorted them out of their chambers and straight to the ballroom entrance. "Good evening," greeted Kaysen, King Liam's chief advisor, as they walked up. "May I get your name? I will be announcing you as you walk in the ballroom. I am Prince Grayson of Peoria, and these are my companions, Romid and Eleaster." "Thank you. I am Kaysen," he said, simply leaving out his relationship with the king. Kaysen had requested this duty for the night, because none of the foreign dignitaries knew who he was. Without them being aware of who he was, they would talk more freely, and wouldn't know that anything important they said would be reported directly to King Liam. He properly announced them as they walked through the door into the ballroom. The room was already filling with foreign and local guests. The room was loud. The noise made by the people's conversation didn't drop a decibel, even when Kaysen made their introductions. That was just all right with Prince Grayson. He wasn't trying to be the center of attention. They made their way to a table of sweetmeats and bread. Eleaster promptly loaded a plate. "How in the world are you going to eat all that after the late lunch we just had a few hours ago?" Romid asked him. Prince Grayson laughed. "Don't you know Eleaster has 2 hollow legs?" Eleaster gave him a dirty look. "I need a lot of energy. I plan to dance the night away." Prince Grayson nibbled on some bread baked with cheese and meat. "This is tasty," he said. He turned and started laughing again. "Oh my," he said, "someone is wearing that green frilly suit." Romids and Eleaster turned to look. "I think that is Prince Idris of Dragos," Eleaster commented, speaking with a mouthful of food. "Ha, Romid teased Prince Grayson. "If the rest of the princes look that good, you won't stand a chance, your royal highness." Romid gave an exaggerated bow to his nephew. "I'm fine with that," he replied dryly. "Is that Prince Duro over there by that huge painting of the King and Queen of Valerian?" Romid asked Prince Grayson. He turned his head in the direction Romid was looking in. Though the room was well lit, the person Romid was referring to was standing in a slight shadow in the far corner of the room. "What do you think?" he asked his inner dragon when he couldn't see well because of the shadow. "It is," Redion replied. "You're sure?" he asked uncertainly. "You may be looking through your human eyes, but I'm using my dragon eyes," Redion snarked. "You are free to use them if you like." Prince Grayson ignored Radion's sarcasm. "It's him," he told Romid. "Is who where?" Eleaster asked, with his mouth full with more of the food off of his plate. "If you're going to be part of our conversation, then pay attention and don't chew so loudly," Romid teased. Eleaster rolled his eyes. "You're on a roll tonight." "Prince Duro is hiding out in the corner over there," Prince Grayson said, ignoring his friend's playful banter, and filling Eleaster in about their conversation. Eleaster laughed. "Really?" he said as he raised his eyebrows. "The eye will never marry, Prince of the Green Isles." He snorted. "He told me last night that even though he was here in Alarion, he was thinking about skipping the party." Prince Grayson chuckled. "The one and only," he replied, as he started to make his way in that direction. Eleaster followed him with a pastry in one hand and a mug of meat in the other. Romid kept his spot by the refreshments. Prince Duro looked up in surprise when he recognized the Prince of Peoria walking his way. "What are you doing here?" Prince Duro asked incredulously. "Eleaster said you were here, but I thought he was joshing as usual. Dad and I had been told King Ion was sending Prince Kaim to Alarion. We also heard about the truce and the treaty, but we weren't sure if it was truth or rumor." "It's good to see you too, cousin." "No, Kaim didn't come, and yes, for the moment there is a treaty between Alarion and Peoria," Prince Grayson said as he greeted him. "Should we bow as formal decorum dictates, or can I hug my friend?" "I am neither going to bow nor hug." Prince Duro laughed. "But I will kick your little butt later, cousin, if you're not careful." "Ha. Prince Grayson snorted. "I am no longer that little cousin that you could so easily bully." Both men grabbed each other's right arm. leaned in towards each other and with their free arms loudly swatted each other on the back a couple of times. A few people in the crowd sent weird looks in their direction. Only a few knew that the two princes were related by blood. Most did not know that they had spent a good number of childhood summers together alternating castles. "So I guess business with Ilarion is good," Prince Grayson commented, as he settled in the shadows with his cousin. "Very good," Prince Duro replied. "So good that my father thinks a marriage alliance would be a good thing to strengthen the bond between the Green Isles and Ilarion." Prince Duro made a face. "I am not interested in marriage, yet he insisted I attend the event, so here I am. I know exactly how you feel. Father was going to send my little brother, but he got sick at the last minute. So here I am." Prince Grayson chuckled, appeasing my father also. "Prince Grayson is waiting for his mate," blurted Eliaster, drawing Prince Duro's attention for the first time since they had joined him. Prince Duro nodded a greeting towards Eliaster. "Mate?" Prince Duro raised his eyebrows curiously at Prince Grayson. He waited expectantly as he fidgeted under his gaze. Prince Grayson could see a picture of Radion shaking his head in amusement. "Why can't he keep his mouth shut about anything?" he exclaimed to his inner dragon. "I would have told Prince Duro myself if I had wanted him to know all that." "He's your best friend, not mine," quipped Radion. Prince Grayson became acutely aware of Prince Duro's eyes boring curiously into his own as he had his private conversation with Radion. Prince Duro was expecting an answer from his younger cousin, and he was well aware of it. "Here I go telling someone else," he moaned to Radion. "Well, it could be worse," replied Radion. "At least we know your cousin is much more discreet than Eliaster." Prince Grayson gave Eliaster a dirty look before answering Prince Duro. "Radion is positive that he felt our mate a few years back, but we haven't found her yet. That's why my father was going to send Prince Chaim instead of me. But when he couldn't make the trip, I was sent to be our nation's representative at the ball. So I am not looking to hook up with the princess. She's all yours." "That's curious," said Prince Duro. "Maybe your mate is in the Green Isles. Our people intermarry all the time. You should come visit again. It's been a while." "I didn't think about that." "Maybe I should come for a visit," Prince Grayson replied, pleased with the idea. "I don't know why I didn't think that." Prince Duro chuckled as he added, "And as for Princess Ebony, I have met her on numerous occasions. You know how I prefer my ladies at the ports. She's all yours." "First name basis, huh?" Prince Grayson teased. "I guess you have spent a lot of time with her. Give me the scoop. I heard she was a beautiful woman." "Oh, that she is. That she is." Prince Duro seemed to be no longer interested in discussing Princess Ebony's qualities, good or bad, and switched the conversation to old times and catching up on the new. Time flew quickly as the two cousins had so much catching up to do on things that had happened in the last 3 years since they had seen each other. They reminisced on good childhood memories. Eliaster enthusiastically joined in, as many of their activities had included him. He was actually the ringleader when it came to all the pranks that they played on the castle staff. He often got both princes in a lot of water when Prince Duro came to visit. "Come on," coaxed Prince Grayson. "You keep pointing out all these people you know. I want introductions, if you insist," frowned Prince Duro. Eventually, the antisocial prince allowed himself to be led away by Prince Grayson to mingle with other partygoers. He had been to the Ilarion court countless times with his father. Some of the royalty at the ball were also unknown to Prince Duro, but known by his acquaintances. "You are not about to give up until you have charmed your way into being introduced to every royal here," Prince Duro growled at his cousin with a smile after the 20th introduction. "You know me too well," grinned Prince Grayson. "Who's that?" "That is King Bariad," he said, leading the way. King Bariad greeted Prince Duro like an old friend. As they walked away, Prince Duro smirked at Prince Grayson. "What?" he smirked back. "The gossip is, this ball is just a formality. King Liam has all but promised his daughter to that old fart." The obvious disrespect Prince Duro had towards King Bariad was very apparent to Prince Grayson. "I thought you didn't pay attention to gossip," he snorted. Prince Duro's face took on an unfamiliar seriousness that Grayson had rarely seen before. It reminded him of when they used to get scolded by their fathers. "Remember this, even if it's the only thing you take away from me tonight. When at a court that is not yours, listen to the gossip of the servants of the castle. What they say will always reflect the political and emotional vibe of where you are. It will help you understand the attitudes of the people you are the guest of. It will help with any negotiations you may be a part of, and last, but not least, it may save your life. That is wisdom, Radian quietly said to Grayson in his mind. Now ask him his opinion of King Bariod. I hear you, Grayson said. He turned his attention back to his cousin. Why do you feel this way about King Bariod? Prince Duro sighed. Our countries treat women more fairly than these backwards countries. You probably don't know, but he is widowed, and has no legal heir to his throne. But according to rumors, he has nearly 100 sons born out of wedlock between Ilarion and his own country of Lyson. Many were born before his first wife died. Even though Princess Ebony may not have shifted yet, and we never really clicked, I wouldn't wish that lech on any woman. What do you mean you didn't click? Said Prince Grayson. Prince Duro chuckled. Man, is that all you heard? It's just always been awkward between us. But back to King Bariod, he said, once again changing the subject from Princess Ebony. Can you imagine the turmoil within that nation if any woman became his queen and had an heir? Can you imagine what would happen to her and her child if King Bariod died accidentally before that child was of age? All those illegitimate heirs are going to be a nightmare. It could cause a civil war. It won't be pretty. Here comes Prince Idris, said Eliaster. Prince Duro and Prince Grayson eyed the short man as he waddled his way in their direction. Prince Duro chuckled. You want to meet the competition? We can start with this one, he said.